Hey, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I'm Kirk Allen. This is my boat. We're doing some repairs. If you've watched some of my other videos, we did some welding on the bow and we were able to fix that hole pretty good. I went out on the water and I still found that I had a substantial amount of water still on the bottom of the boat. It wasn't enough to bilge out, but it was certainly there. And I'd love for the boat to be just airtight, you know, super dry. Which is not happening. I filled it with water as I did the first time, and I found all along the keel we were having some issues with water dripping out. This is the keel line here. We were just having a ton of water just dripping right out of there. The bottom of this boat has already been rhino lined. I don't know if they put any sealer in it when they did it. It's before me at that point, so I'm not really sure. One of the problems that we have here is that there's really no great way of sealing that from the inside on that keel. If you look in some of my compartments, the keel is not exposed at all, which is great because it makes for a nice boat as far as the compartments go. But I only have a few points of exposure without tearing the boat completely apart. And even here, you can see I really don't have even exposure here. Sorry it's so dark. These are the ribs that we're dealing with here that I'm not sure if it's because of the bends or because of the rivets in the keel line. You can see I sprayed these with some sealer to try to get these rivets to kind of get some flex and be able to have some rubberized issues there. That's not really easy to see, but that's the corner that we repaired. I haven't really been seeing any issue with that really. So I'm really kind of left with no choice. So the boat is, man, I love the boat. I really do. I enjoy the boat. I've been having a lot of fun with it, but I have to do something about the leakage. It's just not, it's not what I like. I want the thing to be super dry. So I'm going to take some Flex Seal. I'm going to run it down the line. I'm going to let it dry up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bed liner on it after that to hopefully keep that sealer intact. The Flex Seal is great if the area is not getting a lot of abuse. But if your area is getting some abuse, and what I mean by abuse is rubbing on, you know, anything that's under there, even when you drill it onto the trailer, it could get a rub. So that Flex Seal is not very durable. It's gonna rub right off. So once I get that Flex Seal in there, that's going to be my sealer as far as keeping the water out of the boat. And then I'm going to basically truck bed line that over top of that. And hopefully that'll give me the durability, and the Flex Seal in between will give me the waterproofness that I'm looking for. I'm not sure how you would say that. Do you get it? So I'm looking for the seal out of the water. Let's do this again. I'm looking for the Flex Seal to seal it and the bed liner to give me the durability so the sealer stays intact. That sounded good. I'm putting that one in. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's get under the boat. I've already started. As I said, you know, sometimes you start getting into something and you're like, oh, this might make a pretty good video. Maybe someone else is dealing with the same issues that I am. So this is what I'm gonna try. You know, we'll see how it works. So this might be a two-part to see how dry it makes the boat, if it does at all, or if we're getting a brand new Ranger. Probably not, but anyway, so let's get back after it. Let's go. All right, here we are in the creeper, Jeepers Creepers. And we're gonna just finish this line up here. Wanted to make sure I covered up the trailer. If you have a trailer that you don't care about, then go for it. If you got a little rhino liner on your trailer, yeah, to keep your trailer from sinking. So I'm just really focusing on this keel. And if I have a couple rivets that are nearby the keel, I'm gonna go ahead and hit those because why not? The bottom of the boat is already black. At this point now, this is gonna be in the water. I don't really think you can do any wrong at this point. You know, like I said, I didn't get the option of being able to make the decision whether or not I wanted to do this or not. Now I do have this line here. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Only because I saw some of the liner previous to this looked a little scuffed. So I'm going to take advantage of it while I'm under here. I've got that pretty well covered. And let's move on to the next space here. Let's go. I am absolutely getting abused trying to get under this boat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the other side here. No, I'm not going to be able to get under there. I'm having some difficulty getting to the other side of this this wheel here. So we're working on it. We'll get there. Talk about your tight squeezes. All right. Okay. The trouble too with Flex Seal is if you don't work it with quickly, it'll clog, the head will clog very quickly. So you want to make sure you make quick work of it. Hi. All right, we got to make our way to the other side. You wait there. I'll be right back. Now, Flex Seal does do the job here, so we're just going to really land that in there. Oh, that was rough. Another bad video made by Kirk Allen, but hey, you know, we'll bring you along. We'll see how this works out. I am covered in Flex Seal, but let's see if we can get cleaned up, and we'll start the Rhino liner. Last little spot here. We got that covered up. What a mess. This isn't fun. Well, fishing's more fun. But we got to keep the boat from sinking in the water, so that could be a problem. So we're getting down to the Rhino line part. So that's all sealed up. We're going to let that dry up a little bit. We're going to put the sealer on there. So you're probably wondering, right? You're probably wondering, Kirk, why take the time and effort of trying to put the boat in the garage? I have these hoists up here. I was surprised how heavy this boat is. It got it off the rails and then kind of just stopped. And to be honest with you, the straps that I had, I felt like, all right, listen, if this thing can't pick the boat right up, then I didn't feel super comfortable being underneath the boat. So that's why I decided just to work on it the way I'm working. But that's why I have it in the garage. My plan was to pick the boat up with my hoist. The hoist was, this boat's a lot heavier, you know, and I guess, you know, with a 70 horsepower Johnson, it's a heavy engine, so I had to pick that engine up. It lifted the front of it, no problem at all. Obviously, there's not much weight there, although that Minn Kota wasn't light. So here are some of the products that I'm using today. So I'm using the Flex Seal for the sealing of the boat and the keel, and I'm hoping that's going to work nice. And then I'm going to overlay it with the truck bed coating, which is basically going to just hopefully firm it up a little bit and give me some toughness. So these are just a couple of the products I'm using, and the most important product here that I'm using is this cup of coffee. And in the morning, you know, it's nice to have a cup of coffee, isn't it? So let's get back to it. Time for the truck bed coating. Now this lays out a little bit different. This is fast. This is a fast product. Oh, and drippy. Very, very drippy. So when you use this product, be aware. Be aware, this is not gonna be like your Flex Seal. This is more like a spray paint, but it is flying out of there. which is kind of nice. All right, let's slide this over here. Oop. All right. Did I say all right? Yeah. Okay, so we got that all covered up. And really, we're not going to know if it's going to work really until we get the boat in the water. If it could slow it down a little bit, I'll be pleased. So that's what we're working on, or that's what we worked on. Got that keel all sealed up. We'll get it on the water. I'll let you know how it worked out. But that's the Bass Tracker. This is a 1992. I did some updates, got the Helix 7 on there, and I also put the Minn Kota Tarova on there with the iPilot. Has really been a great update to this boat. Very fun boat to be on. A little narrow. Yeah, I guess if I could choose it again, I maybe would have went with a wider boat. With 2 men on it, it's fine. You want to get that 3rd person on there. Be ready to fall over. When one of the people move, you feel it. You really feel it on this boat. Where I've been on bigger boats, you could have aerobics going on one side of the boat and you wouldn't know it. This has been a real good boat for me, especially for the small lakes and ponds that we deal with. Into real good shallows with this boat. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't very much, but you know, it's just one of those things where older boats require maintenance to keep them going. And that's what we're doing here. And I hope you enjoyed the video again. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks again for watching. Here, I'll do this.